College Football 26 Review, the Sophomore edition. The return of the college football series last year with EA Sports College Football 25 was nothing short of historic, marking the franchise's comeback after an 11-year hiatus caused by complex legal issues surrounding player name, image and likeness rights. With athletes now permitted to receive compensation for their likenesses, the franchise made its much-anticipated return to the gridiron, impressing many with a solid foundation. Now stepping into its second season under the College Football 26 banner, EA Sports builds upon that strong groundwork with new features and refinements. The burning question: does this sequel suffer from the dreaded sophomore slump, or can it dodge the pitfalls and run ahead? Let's dive in and find out. No more starting from scratch. Last year's revival couldn't have come at a better moment. Madden's struggles, marked by gameplay issues and fan frustration, left a vacuum that college football was ready to fill. This year, College Football 26 continues to position itself as a dynamic alternative to the NFL-centric Madden series, offering faster gameplay and a deeper focus on the rich atmosphere and traditions unique to college football. There's just something magical about a Saturday night college game. The chill in the autumn air, the roar of the crowd, storied rivalries and the vibrant traditions that make every matchup feel monumental. College Football 26 elevates its presentation from last year, capturing that energy brilliantly and making you feel like you're either in the stands or watching a live broadcast. For instance, the iconic stadium entrances from powerhouse programs like Oklahoma, Tennessee, and Penn State receive extra attention. This year, the game adds licensed music that truly amps up the authenticity. Think Also Sprach Zarathustra, famously known as the 2001 theme, blaring as the South Carolina Gamecocks take the field, or Metallica's Enter Sandman, energizing the Virginia Tech entrance. These touches inject a whole new dimension of realism into the experience. The developers weren't just happy to rest on their laurels. They addressed minor but meaningful details. For example, South Carolina's introduction now features the famous cockaboo strain. And correct colored towels, white instead of black, are used in their stands. Small tweaks that hardcore fans immediately notice and appreciate. Honestly, the improved presentation made me want to watch full team intros rather than skip directly into gameplay. A notable shift from my habits last year. Addressing a common grievance. Menu music. One complaint ringing loud last year was the constant drumline track playing in the menus. A tune that quickly grew tiresome after hundreds of hours of gameplay. Most players, myself included, found themselves muting the sound just to dodge the monotony. This year, the soundtrack approach underwent a complete overhaul. Drawing inspiration from other popular sports games, EA Sports introduced a more varied and vibrant selection of marching band covers of current hits to play in menus. Songs like The Weeknd's Blinding Lights, Shaboozey's A Bar Song Tipsy, and Miley Cyrus's Flowers add freshness and authenticity. While the newly licensed entrance anthems themselves don't feature in menus, as those remain exclusive to the entrances, this band-driven playlist truly enhances the overall vibe. Curiously, the menu also offers a range of fight songs, but it's an odd collection that includes schools like Arkansas State and Missouri, while many Power 5 programs remain absent. As a South Carolina fan, I'm still puzzled by the absence of our classic fight song, Step to the Rear. Though it's clear progress is being made. The power of home field. College football's beloved home field advantage comes alive once again, thanks to the Stadium Pulse system, which has been refined to feel even more influential than last year. Facing LSU at Death Valley is already intimidating. But now, with added modifiers for things like night games and rivalry intensity, the challenge ratchets up significantly. However, the offense isn't helpless. You can now better quiet the crowd with well-timed plays. Balancing the scales. When Stadium Pulse is firing on all cylinders, attempting long field goals becomes virtually impossible. mirroring the real-life difficulties kickers face in hostile environments. Spotlight on coaches. Though not flashy, adding over 300 real-life coaches, including head coaches and coordinators, adds a welcome layer of authenticity. The likenesses aren't perfect, and some body types feel off, but the recognition factor adds depth and helps ground the rosters in reality. Gameplay improvements. At its core, College Football 26 maintains the feel of last year's gameplay, but with vital tweaks that improve realism. Defensive AI has matured significantly. Defenders no longer move like they're on ice skates or unrealistically jump every ball regardless of coverage. Interceptions still happen when you make mistakes, a good thing for challenge and fairness. But the prior frustration of predictable and awkward defensive plays has eased. Dynamic substitutions. Game changer. The standout addition this year has to be the introduction of dynamic on-the-field substitutions. Anyone who spent countless hours in online Dynasty mode last year will appreciate this. Previously, swapping players required pausing the game and navigating menus, a clunky process that disrupted the flow, especially if you like managing your running backs carefully to avoid fatigue or injury. Now you can make substitutions fluidly with a few button presses, a massive quality of life improvement for managing player wear and tear over a demanding season. Speaking of wear and tear, the injury system itself is upgraded, offering clearer indications of exactly which body parts are affected, allowing for better strategic decisions. Deep dive into Dynasty mode. Sports game season modes often divide opinion. Many players flock to Ultimate Team variants instead, but college football's Dynasty mode remains the heart and soul. This year, Dynasty continues to shine both offline and online, letting you steer your favorite squad or a custom coach to glory over multiple seasons. A major enhancement is the coach level cap doubling from 50 to 100. Previously, you'd max out after around 8 to 10 years. But now longer, more immersive dynasties are possible. Recruiting has received significant attention too. Last year's issues, like arbitrary player commitments without clear reasons, have been overhauled with the introduction of recruiting battles. Once a player reaches a commitment threshold, schools engage in head-to-head battles to clinch the recruit, adding tension and realism. The sway mechanic, which lets you influence a recruit's decision, is now more transparent, showing your chances as high, medium, or low. A neat interface tweak is the recruitment bar displaying your team's positional needs and target counts, saving time flipping between screens. Moreover, managing player happiness to avoid transfers has become more dynamic. Instead of static deal-breaker grades, these now shift based on a player's performance, reflecting real-life roster challenges. However, not all is perfect. There's a frustrating glitch with position changes in Dynasty mode that severely limits player skill caps when switching roles. For example, moving a defensive end from